This video is all about what it's like to be living in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. I'm a specialist in living in the suburbs of Atlanta, so I got you covered. In this ultimate guide, we'll be covering everything from some light history, real estate, all the things to do, and more. Hey y'all, Rip the Realtor here with another ultimate guide. That's kind of been my thing lately, ultimate guides. So be sure to check out all of my ultimate guides to living in the suburbs of Atlanta that I've done so far. But without further ado, let's get into Peachtree Corners. This area was developed starting as early as the 60s when real estate developer Paul Duke set plans in motion for Technology Park Atlanta, which still exists to this day, serving as offices for businesses including many in the top Fortune 500. The city itself was only incorporated in 2012 and has since been a hot attraction for a lot of people. The geography of Peachtree Corners is right in the suburbs of Atlanta. From the city center, you can take I-85 toward Peachtree Corners, but the smaller highway, Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, will take you straight to Peachtree Corners. With any of these highways in Atlanta, it might take you probably about 20 to 30 minutes without traffic. But that traffic can take that trip up to 50 to 60 minutes if you go into the city in the morning on a weekday or leave the city late afternoon. Basically what we all like to call rush hour. Peachtree Corners neighbors some other great suburbs, including Dunwoody to the west, Johns Creek to the north, Duluth to the northeast, and Norcross to the south. A bit further southwest on 141 will take you to Doraville and Chamblee as well. It's no wonder that Peachtree Corners is so popular because it neighbors so many great areas while maintaining a fully suburban feel to the city. Also noteworthy is that I-285 is very accessible from Peachtree Corners, which means you could easily get west or down towards Stone Mountain or go the other direction to Dunwoody in the Perimeter Mall area. There's plenty to do living in Peachtree Corners in just the city limits itself, offering a ton of stuff for the whole family. There are a lot of parks here with plenty of sporting amenities, but also a lot of great trails as well. There's also Shoot the Hooch, which refers to tubing down the Chattahoochee River. This river runs through several cities in the area, including Peachtree Corners, and is always a good time for warm weather outdoor adventures. The city hosts various events like the Peachtree Corners Festival. There's racing events like Light Up the Corners and other events on the green. A lot of these events happen in the town center, which is the downtown area of the city, featuring an outdoor concert venue and a lot of great retail shops. Now, as far as shopping and retail is concerned, there's two main areas I'd like to highlight within the city limits. The first is called the Forum, which is like an outdoor mall that's really well developed with about 80 stores and dining options for an amazing retail experience for anything from a shopping spree to just a casual day hanging out with friends. Second is Peachtree Corners Town Center, which is kind of the downtown of Peachtree Corners, as I mentioned earlier when talking about the various events that they host there. In addition to those events that are hosted there from time to time, you'll also find your typical downtowny, is that a word? I don't know, it is now, but great downtowny things to do like shopping, dining, and other retail amenities. Shopping for the week-to-week necessities is also set up well with unique grocery stores like Trader Joe's, which I love, Sprouts, and the ever-popular Lidl. But also some of the larger stores you may be used to like Publix, Walmart, Ingles, Also, if you're into golf, there's plenty of courses within a 20-mile radius, but even if you look to a more immediate proximity, you'll find a plethora of options, including Country Club of the South, River Pines Golf, Berkeley Hills Country Club, and Golf Club of Georgia. Peachtree Corners is interesting for a lot of reasons. Beyond the quote normal stuff, there's the air quotes again, there are some quirky things about living in Peachtree Corners that's really, well, kind of awesome. For example, Peachtree Corners is home to one of the largest electric vehicle charging facilities in Georgia. There's also an experimental community that's really interesting called Curiosity Lab at Peachtree Corners. So to read straight off their website, they are a publicly funded living lab designed to provide a real-world test environment to advance next-generation intelligent mobility and smart city technology. Over 1,000 people call this area home, and 7,500 people come here for work. There are tech startups here in the incubator program. There's an autonomous vehicle test track, intelligent traffic infrastructure, 5G connection, and honestly a lot more really interesting things that are frankly a bit over my head. Now, I know I already talked about the location of Peachtree Corners, but it's a real selling point for Atlanta. As the metro Atlanta area has been booming in recent years, the cost of living in Atlanta has become quite expensive for an ever-widening radius from the city center. Areas like Buckhead and Brookhaven, they've been pricey for a while, and that appreciation continues to spread out towards Chamblee and Dunwoody and into the Peachtree Corners area. The direction of development continues in this direction, so not only is it a great place to live, it's a great place to invest for the long term as Atlanta continues its trend of appreciating real estate valuations. Right now, you can expect to see an average home price in the 400s with the ability to find units in the 300s as well. On the other end of the spectrum, there are also multi-million-dollar units in certain neighborhoods of the Peachtree Corners area, and really everything in between. Now, I'm a licensed real estate agent, so if you have any questions, let me know. I still spend a lot of time here. You might catch me eating breakfast at JR's Log House or grabbing some Jamaican food at Cool Runnings. So please drop a comment to let me know what you thought about Peachtree Corners. I know it's a hot topic for a lot of people to move to Peachtree Corners, so whether you're already in Metro Atlanta or you're from out of town. So if you have any other questions, let me know, and you can even call me and I'll be ecstatic to help you out. That's all for this video, but if you're interested in learning more about living in the suburbs of Atlanta, be sure to subscribe and watch some of my other videos. See y'all next time.